Hello guys, welcome to this week's episode, and remember, as usual and as always, tunaongelea kuhusu mind matters. And today I just have an interesting topic to talk about, and this is something to do with our friends. How many friends do you have? If you're told to actually write them down, would you get to 10? Would you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10? Would you have them 1 to 20? Would you have 3 even? Would you have 2? Some people are even asking themselves, do I really even have 1 genuine friends? So the topic of friends actually is really something that we need to talk about, because there are so many people who feel like their life was ruined because of the people they allowed in. There are so many people who feel like they also got to a point of success because of the friends that they allowed in. There are many people who feel like they are wherever they are stagnating in, it's because of their friends. And therefore, for me, I thought this is very, very important. We get to talk about friends so that we, as a people, we get to know exactly who then should we define as a friend, who should we allow in, at what point should we know who to drop and who to bring on board, so that at any given point of our life we are able to flow with the right people. And so for me, I was asking myself that question, like, who are my friends? And trust you me, when I was trying to write their names down, this list was not as long as I thought it should be, because there are some people they are always around your life, like really, really, you know them well, you know where they come from. But if you are really asked genuinely, would you call them your friends, you end up being like, will I think for me, therefore that made me to want to think deeper, so that I'm able to really know exactly, why do I consider this person A a friend, and why do I consider person B, not really a friend? Or at what point do I say, this is just some random person I met, and we were only meant for that specific business, and our friendship shouldn't really go beyond that. So for me, I really had to think through so hard to be able to get through that. And one thing I discovered is that there are so many people around our lives, and some of them are just there. You can't really explain why they are there. You don't know why they are part of your life. You can't even tell why they are always commenting about things in your life. You don't even know why they have a say in your life, because if you are to sum things up, then you will realize that these people do not contribute by any means to the progress of your life. These people are just there, and that's it. So they do not add value, they do not change anything in your life, and that is very dangerous. So today I need us to keenly check around our environment, just to see who then should we call a friend. And to me, when I was trying to look at this topic, I discovered that friends, unfortunately, they are not as many as we would want them to be in our lives. These people are very few, and the few that we have, we should always have them dear in our lives. We should always respect them. We should always value them, because these kind of people, they are not so many, they are very few. So I discovered that these are the people who will stand with you when in your toughest time. These are the people who will also stand with you in your happiest moment. These are the people who will genuinely be in your life no matter what happens around you. These are the people who will carry your burdens. These are the people who will walk with you. These are the people who will celebrate your winnings. These are the people who will actually cheer you on when you're going through stuff, and when you're embracing some new stuff, they will cheer you on and they will encourage you to keep pushing and to keep moving. These are the people who will be happy when you finally get there. They will say, oh yeah, my friend actually got there, and they will be so happy for you, and they will want really, really to see you be happy and just get up there. These are the people that we consider friends, and they are very few. So one then should we use as litmus to know then the people that are not our friend? One, you'll realize that they just exist around you, and there's nothing that they add in terms of value in your life. So and these people, I'm not saying like you should cut them all off, but you should then know who to allow to speak in your mind, who to allow to comment in your life, who to allow to actually give you a direction. Because if someone has no interest in your life, really, they might point at any direction and actually ask you to follow that. But if someone genuinely knows and cares and loves you and want something good for you, then they will intentionally want to direct you to a path that they know genuinely that will get you to a point where you will be successful. So therefore, these are the few things that we can use just to know that these people are not people that we should allow so close to our life. They are okay being there, but we cannot define them as our friends. We cannot define them as people who can actually contribute in terms of what they say, and then we pick. I know someone will then ask me, does that mean that strangers are totally not important in our lives? I didn't mean that. What I'm trying to say is there are people that we genuinely know know them so well. Like, we know who they are, we know their name, we know what they do around us, but then one thing we've discovered is that they do not add value by any means in our life. And therefore, those people, what I'm trying to say is that do not give them a priority in terms of what you think about, what you feel, where you want to go, the things you want to embrace, the things you want to do. Sometimes, human beings, we've become chained in a place where we feel like what most people want you to do is the right thing, or sometimes you end up feeling like what people think I can do, that is what I should do actually. And because these people are so many around you, they might end up push you into something that probably you might really not enjoy doing. Therefore, that's why it is very, very important to actually know who are the people you're working with in that small circle, who are the people that are actually gonna be with you there. And sometimes, I know this is sad, but sometimes it's important to look at it from the point of these few friends are the friends that you can even see after, in this life and even after this life. There are those people that you always say, even if I was to die today, these people would actually come. Even if these guys were to have any problem, and it's not just about dying or just going through, sometimes it's genuine life challenges, and there are times that life needs you to have people around you who can hold your hands and just push you. So when you have these people around you, and then that really encourages you. The Bible says that when you have friends who are corrupted, friends who are not good, friends who want just to take you into places that they will ruin your life, the Bible says that such kind of friends, they corrupt and they ruin and they corrupt our good morals inside of us. So therefore, we should be very careful on who we allow in. We should be very careful on who we call our friends. And of course, this is where something called peer pressure came in. There are these people that we said, genuinely, this is my friend. And so when we defined them as our friends, we allowed them to bring some stuff with them in our lives. And some of these guys came along with drugs, some of these guys came along with you at some point in life you didn't know that kuna vitu today, you can easily say that kuna kitu haukuwa unafanyanga, but then when a friend came in, you started doing that specific habit, and then right now it's the one thing you are praying so hard to stop. So all these people around us, directly or indirectly, their existence in our lives will somehow affect how we exist, and therefore it is very, very important we try define those boundaries closely so that we get to know who then should be in this small circle and then who should not be in that small circle, so that at the end of it all, you carefully are able to say, you guys can come close, and then this kind of group, you can go far away from my circle, so that we exist with a stable mind, without pressure, without going through things that we should never have gone through. I remember in my life at some point, if I was to sum all the messes and all the things I have been through, 90% are because of the people that I allowed in. The things that my most difficult times, it is because they are guys I allowed in. The things, my most toughest time, these are the times that I allowed some certain kind of people to come in. So you'll realize that even during our times in school, just look at it. The one time or the many times that you are caught in a mistake, chances are it is because there were some guys around you. I'm not trying to blame on people, but somehow the people who are around us really determine how we live our lives. They determine how disciplined we are. They determine how we are willing to keep pushing every day. So this tells you that when you have people who are always negative about life, people who do not see anything positive, people who are always complaining about literally anything, that will then tell you that you're likely to be in that space. There are these kind of people who will be like, why would I work so hard if after all we all end up dying? Or these people will be like, why would I work so hard if the world is so corrupt and there are people who are just making it overnight? Why am I going through all this process? And these people are in the society. When I look from the place where I come from, there are these guys who for 10, 20 years, they will always be sitting in the same spot, having the same conversations, never progressing. They are just there. And some of the people who ended up having those guys as their friends, they ended up joining them in those small groups. And trust you me, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 years, they end up doing nothing about their lives. So this mentality, and I mean just the way we approach life, is determined majorly by the people that we have around us. So it is high time we carefully examine our environment and our space, just to know who then should we say this is a friend, and who then should we say this is not a friend. I mean, friends become more than family. These are the people sometimes when we go through hardest moments, we just want to call first. Sometimes we don't even remember the guys that we were born with in the same house. Sometimes we just remember these friends. There are people who today can point and say, my friend once referred me to a certain job, and that is why I am here today. So genuinely, it's just to say that when you value these people, some people have enjoyed the benefit of actually having these people around them. The people have enjoyed the benefit of having good and nice friends around them, people who speak positively about your life, people who push you to your dreams, people who want to make you get there, people who want to see you climb this mountain and finish it well. So these are the people that you need to have in your life, and these are the people that you need to embrace. These are the people that you need to actually love and just have them dear in your life. And as they do all these things to you, always be present to do the same thing to them when they need you. This thing is about being there for each other, working with each other every day, a day at a time. We shall get there someday. So that's it. Just focus on who are your genuine, even if there are two, even if there are three, even if it is one. And if you do not have one, then you have yourself. Encourage yourself, have a positive walk, love God every day, pray every day, seek after God, and everything shall be well. So I want you to examine your environment just to get to know who is your real friend, who is not, and that will help you a big deal. It will actually help you not to overthink or to just have your mind thinking about the things that you can't really fix. So look through that, and it shall be well.